Well, you filthy capitalist. You clicked on this video to understand how you can make money in RuneScape, huh? Well, I'm here to help you. And the best part about it is that you won't need stupid high stats for these methods. All of them will be focused on new/returning players that might not have the highest stats/methods available to them, yet you still be able to get rates up to 10 million GP an hour. Now, if that sounds good to you, leave a like on the video to help me out and subscribe if you're new, as we're trying to get to 15k subscribers by the end of the year, and let me know what other tips and tricks videos you would like to see from me, as I'm grinding to make as many as possible at the moment. Enough yapping though, my name's Chevalric, let's make some money baby. Before we get into the nitty gritty of getting GP, let me put you onto some game. Whenever you see a method, whether it's on the wiki or in a video like this, do a little test yourself. The GE prices are usually not representative of what an item is actually worth, so I'd recommend you testing the rates yourself. The way you do that with something that requires you to collect items, for example by killing monsters, slay one, take the items to the Grand Exchange and sell them, and see the actual prices. When it comes to a processing method, so a method where you buy an item, like molten glass, and turn it into something else, buy one of them, process it, and sell it back. This way, you will stop yourself from losing money, or simply wasting your time on an inferior money-making method. Because of this philosophy, I can give you a few methods that are always consistent money, but sometimes change in detail. For example, making skilling urns. Sometimes the fishing urn is worth more money than the woodcutting urn. So it's worth testing all of them when you do a method like that. To kick off your journey, starting with absolutely nothing, there are two ways to gain some starter GP. The first one is the good old trusty method of slaying cows for just over 1 million GP an hour at low levels. Yes, the thing we used to do as kids back in the day is still relevant now, and I absolutely love it. Make your way over to Birth Rope and slay the cows in the cow pen there. I know it's not the Lumbridge cow pen, but it's just closer to a bank. Pick up the cow hides and the raw beef. The wiki recommends bones as well, but I don't think it's really worth it. And then bank them up at the Birth Rope bank. It's honestly that simple, and a great way to start off your money making journey, and I guess your account as well, with some simple stats, setting you up to do some better methods that require you to have a bit of a starter budget. A method I have to mention as an alternative to the cow one, as a from scratcher, is picking cabbages. It's honestly ridiculous, but I recently did this for a video, and it generally is about 900k GP an hour when you pick them in Draenor, just south of the farming patch. It's silly, and I have no idea why it's the case, but I guess it's just RuneScape being RuneScape. With your starter capital, you want to make your way over to the Grand Exchange, where you will be buying molten glass. If you are level 1 crafting, you want to be making beer glasses. Funnily enough, whilst testing this for the video, this is more profit an hour than the actual method I am supposed to be showing you. Yet, once you are level 54 crafting, you can make bomb files, which are widely used in endgame PVM and always will have a high demand. So, the prices are extremely stable. Making bomb files will net you roughly 3.5 million GP an hour and some good crafting experience, but it might be worth keeping an eye out on those damned beer glasses. Let's continue with the good old trusty Fort 4 and 3 moneymakers that also help you train your construction skill, requiring a bit of a bigger start capital, but 5 million GP should be more than enough. To be able to do any of these methods, you will have to complete, well, partially, the New Foundations quest. But honestly, just finish the quest, as it will give you a lot of construction experience, enough to get you to level 40, and it opens up more variations to this method. But the actual method, it's very simple. You want to be making either refined planks or frames at the sawmill in the fort. As explained earlier, you want to kind of test the waters yourself, as the best method changes nearly daily due to supply and demand. And of course, you might not have the level for certain planks or frames, yet after the completion of the New Foundation quest, you will have level 40 construction, and you can do everything up to refined maple planks and frames. During the testing of this video, making willow refined planks, done by buying willow planks at the Grand Exchange and processing them to refined willow planks at the fort, was roughly making me 3.5 million GP an hour. However, it might also be worth processing them further into frames for even more profit, or buying the refined planks off the Grand Exchange yourself and then processing them into frames. Like I said, just test it, but this method bounces around between 3 to 5 million GP profit an hour consistently. This next method is a step up in profit margins from the previous methods and require you to have a house, which you can buy at the estate agent, which the easiest one to get to you is the one in Falador, just southwest of the Lodestone. Make sure to move your house to Chevalric as well whilst you're there at the estate agent to increase your efficiency when you're not using house taps. Once you have a house, you want to build the crafting table too in a workshop in the building mode of the player owned houses. Right click the portal to enter this, and you will need 4 oak planks and 1 molten glass to make this table. The method requires a whopping 25 construction and 8 crafting to make the actual clockworks. Because the clockworks, made from steel bars, which you can buy at the Grand Exchange, are the things that will get you up to 10 million GP profit an hour. Yeah, it's a bit of a step up compared to the other ones, but it wouldn't surprise me if this video would push the method down a little bit to roughly 7 to 8 million GP an hour, which is still insane for something as simple as this. The method is very simple as well. Teleport to the Chevalric Lodestone with an inventory of steel bars, enter your house, use your clockworker stable to make clockworks, bank at the closest bank possible, which is probably the Grand Exchange if you're using a Ring of Fortune, and sell them at the Grand Exchange once you're done. And for the keen-eyed individuals amongst you, yes, you can also use house taps, which you can buy at the Grand Exchange to instantly get to your house. And finally, let's become a pyromaniac, as this final method bounces between 8 to 13 million GP an hour and requires you to have a fire making level between 35 and 75, which is a big gap, but fire making is really fast to train, and the method I tested only requires 35 fire making. Once again, this method depends on supply and demand, so test these out yourself. But making incense sticks and adding herbs to them can be a huge profit. During the testing of this video, I was making roughly 10-ish million GP making spirit wheat incense sticks by buying clean spirit wheats and impious willow incense sticks. If the profit margins on adding herbs isn't that high, you can also make the actual crafting supplies. So that would mean that you would be making the impious willow incense sticks, infernal yew incense sticks, etc. Just look at the prices, and of course your levels as well, and test them out. But once again, just like the bomb files, these are always in demand due to them being used in PVM and other activities, so it's worth keeping an eye out for this method. And that's everything I have for you guys today. I hope I was able to help you out with your capitalistic needs and taught you a thing or two about making GP in RuneScape. Leave a like if you did enjoy it, subscribe if you're new, and let me know what other guides you would like to see from me. My name's Chevalric, and I'll see you guys in my next video.